Why do you debate?
Because I want to understand the world. That's why. And I think me as myself, on my own, I could read a lot of books and be very introverted and spend a lot of time in libraries, but that would not be fun, and it will also feel very lonely. So I decided that my time with studying is enough, and that I should also fill my time with other things, people. So I said from the tales that I heard from my brother that there are really smart and really friendly and really cool people out there, and I wanted to join them. And by debating, I think I can dig deeper in the world, because argumentation is so much more fulfilling than reading or learning, and that's why I wanted to develop my argumentation skills and my understanding skills of what other people say. And that's what the essence for me is, that it's always about people and teamwork. That's why I love the format of words versus words, and a very simple setup which you only need a piece of paper for.
Okay. Why are you part of Vienna EUDC?
Because it needs to be really good. Vienna EUDC needs to be an example for student events and for debating events precisely. It needs to be that good that everyone thinks, if I want to organize a debating competition, then a lot of Vienna EUDC should be in there. It should be really a fulfilling thing to work for as an organizer, and another Christmas in August as a participant to wait for, and to write nice letters to the Christkindl and wait for hopefully good gifts. And of course, a happy reunion with the family that doesn't see each other but only at Christmas. And I think we can set an example here for the debating society, but also for everyone who is involved. And that's why it's so important to not just do it because it's prestigious, but to do it really well. Because everybody here in this ORCOM is, once you talk a little to them, such a valuable person. Only for the fact that they do it voluntarily. Just the fact that what they do is voluntary work shows that they have a good heart, and that's why they deserve to make the most out of it. That's why they deserve to learn out of it. That's why they deserve to develop their personalities out of it, and it's why they deserve to be in the end really happy about it. And if they think back of their student time once, in 10 years in the future or so, I hope that what they will say is among the best memories, among the best things they ever did, and in essence who they are. Really, that's when Vienna EUDC really matters. Whether it's a participant or an organizer, doesn't matter. When as a participant, when you think of Vienna EUDC, once you've been there, that should really have been a formative experience of your student years, and even more so for the organizers who spend more than a year of their time for it. That's the thing I really liked working for. That's the thing where I really did good work. That's why I think everyone who is capable of and who likes debating has something to add, and that's why I want to add my piece to Vienna EUDC.
What makes for you the perfect EUDC?
The perfect EUDC is one where participants and organizers alike, after the event, say, that's what made us a group. Debating is about people, about forming friendships, about forming friendly rivalries. And if you go through it, whether for a year or just 1 week, and afterwards you say, that's what formed us as a group. That's why we are still in touch with each other. That's why we still are friends with each other. And of course it matters, it depends on many factors. And the most important one is not that it's a pompous event, that it has a lot of glitter and gold, but that you feel debating is what matters here. If the participants say that in the end, that this is the debating tournament, the debating experience, you shouldn't limit it to tournaments. This is the debating experience they have had. Then that's a perfect EUDC.
Who are you and how do you think people perceive you?
Let me get it this way. Certainly, debating and Debatte Club Wien is the sailing ship, the sailing boat, riding on which I'm finding the answer to that question. That's why I like it so much. That's why it means so much for my life ever since I joined. And that's a way, both the debating part where the motivation is you get better and you win and you break and the others break too, your society mates. Both that part and the organizing part where you struggle with everyday life situations, where you communicate with people you know you like, but still you argue with them in a sometimes unease way. And that's why being part of the society makes me dig down deeper. And so I don't know how to say this in English, a person who is looking for not the wanderer in the desert. I'm not lonely, and I wouldn't feel comfortable as an eremit and lonely in the desert, but someone who is looking for the deeper life together with other people. That's what I am. And how people perceive me? I hope someone to take them on that journey. Not in the way of captain or passenger, but as a team. That's a good wish, no? That's a hope. So that's the way, both holding the sail in a strong wind. That's the way I hope people see me. How they really see me? Probably as a friendly, intelligent, not always clever guy, asking a lot of questions, asking more questions than having answers. I think that's realistic.